Okay guys, welcome to the garden. Looks pretty cool, huh? This here is a very impressive purple stemmed lemongrass. It's doing very good. We got two bunches, one in another bed. We'll do an update here. Not everything is great, but you know, that's life in the garden. These are bush beans. We grew these last year. They did really well. That one's not doing so really well. It's done. It gave up the ghost. But we'll get beans here in a day or two. That's about how long they get. They're very good. Tastes like the long beans, the Thai long beans. They're just not as long. And they're a lot easier to grow. Very nice though, huh? And there's lots on there. They're very prolific. As you can see, lots of more flowers coming. In this bed by the wall, we have some more beans. They're just coming up. Those are long beans, not the same. This is flowering pak choi. Got some bird damage. Birds like it too, but that's ready to start harvesting. Just thin harvest, you know, take out the bigger leaves. Right here is broccoli. Again, the damage is from birds. Put a couple of CDs here. It seemed to help, but it didn't do great. This area all around here, well, all the way over to that piece of wood right in there, was the lettuce. The birds ate all of it in one afternoon. It was amazing. Well, not really amazing, but they ate it all. There's a few nice plants in here. This is flowering pak choi again. Lots of good eating there. This stuff is just how I seeded it, and stuff like this is it's been transplanted out from those seedlings. These are the reeds that they use to make mats. The mats type people like to sit on the floor. And there's the seeds. What happens is this will lay down on the ground when this plant dies. This will lay down on the ground, and these will reseed. Pretty cool. And that's how they can be very invasive if left alone. Here in the barrel we got passion fruit. This is a purple passion fruit. There's the other one that was in here. I cut it down. Look how big around it is. There's a moringa pod. Don't know nothing about that. Yeah, moringa. Got a couple of papaya by the wall. No, oh, I see a flower. You can see that? Right there. It's a flower just coming out. This is when you can see if she's a boy or a girl. It makes a big difference. Banana tree is doing good. In the barrel here we have Gullingo. It's doing alright. The soil is not great. It's holding back water from yesterday. No, it rained. See, I watered yesterday, which is true, but it rained last night. And again in the morning. In this bed, this is some more of the passion fruit. That's a weed. This is some pak choi going to seed. This was planted a year ago. Look at that. Look at all those seed pods. There's some tomatoes in here. It's just a random bed, a little bit of everything. Eggplant. Lots of junk. This is a volunteer. Apparently you can eat this. I've never seen the boss eat it. I don't have a clue what it is. I think it's coming out soon. Malabar spinach. This Malabar spinach was, well, there's the string right there, hanging down right here. She fell down. There's a lot of weight on there, a lot of leaves. This is Chinese kale. This is Chinese kale that's been transplanted. It's doing good. There's some more beans. That's a one bean pod that self-seeded. It looks like a bean there. These are Malabar spinach. So many. Too many. In this bed, this is pandan leaf. It grows like a weed as well. Shallots in here. I just transplanted in the morning some beets or beetroot, depending on where you are. There's one here. I had them all in around the shallots to try and keep the bugs off of them. Some are a little small, some are wilty right now. I normally wouldn't do that in the morning, but it's an overcast, wet day. It was actually raining when I started it. There's some transplanted lettuce. The wife got that somewhere as the birds ate all ours. Here's some more of the purple stemmed lemongrass. This is the first time we've grown this. It's really high, and I think it's going to flower. The lemongrass we grew before never flowered, but look how much longer that one stalk is. I assume there's going to be a flower head on there. Next bed, we got a tomato here that's dying. This chili has put out tons and tons of chilies. It's a volunteer from a volunteer. And last year it didn't do very well. The fruit weren't ripening. As soon as it started to turn red, they would rot. This year they're doing really good, and they're insanely spicy. Dill, lots of dill. That's cilantro right there, mixed in. This is the Thai spinach. Look at all the seeds. It goes to seed right away. Oh, look at this. The middle of this bed is dying because of the Chinese celery. There's Chinese celery. For whatever reason, mole crickets eat the roots on the Chinese celery and anything else that's around it. But it never happens if there's no mole crickets. And if you've ever seen one, they're ugly looking things. This is kangkong, Chinese water spinach, pak bung, whatever you want to call it. It's not looking so good actually. It's deficient in something, huh? Like iron or something. A few things growing up the wall. There's a bean plant there. I see a bean going into the neighbor's tree. The old pumpkin giving up the ghost. This bed needs to be weeded. This is all other than weeds, Chinese chives. Look at this volunteer. This guy is pak choy, or something in the pak choy family. She's a nice one. There's the Chinese chives. These are big enough to harvest actually, but most of it's not. We just had a little patch of this, and this year we filled the entire bed. And this is the last of the old passion fruit vines. It's time to take him down. He's not doing so good. Still alive, but barely. In this bed, we have a lot of nothing really. This is Jerusalem artichoke. There's a few of those in there. I decided to leave them in there, trying to get a few more plants out of it this year. Look at the amount of seeds. Chinese amaranth. Some people call it spinach. I bought it as spinach actually. That's what it said on the seed packet, with spinach. So already dropped some seeds. These are all volunteer. Wow, look at that. It's gone to seed already. That's not good. These are some kind of sweet pepper. These the wife brought them home. This area right through here is finger ginger. It's all staying in the ground. We harvest it as we need it. Right here, this empty spot, I took my ginger out yesterday. Harvested the ginger. That's just a piece of ginger skin. Right through there, I have that drying right now. I want to make ginger powder. And on this side is the Pak Bung, the Kangkong vines. And they were all over the place here. I just flipped them over there. They'll be fine. Harvest some of that for to eat and send it out, feed it to the rabbits. Some more Malabar climbing the wall. That stuff is everywhere. Now this bed, it's got nothing in it. We planted corn here. Oh, I was gonna say nothing came up. There's one corn plant and a couple of holes. Puppy likes to dig. Not so good. This is some volunteer fruit trees. We're not sure which one, or if any of them will survive. That's dead. Not a bad root system. Don't know why you died. And two more Jerusalem artichokes right there. And over here, the next project is to get out this old papaya tree. It blew over in a storm and slowly died. It's actually not quite dead, but not quite alive either. This is galingo. Lots and lots of cassava. Just where the plants are all down this line. There's a mountain like this. It's hilled right up. There's probably a lot of roots in there. Probably. Haven't harvested the bananas yet, and they haven't ripened up any. And guess when it happens, it'll happen quick. Normally does. It still looks good. The old tree, not so much. There's the other pups. They're looking all right. There's 3 good-sized ones there, and a couple of the new ones. That looks like a mango tree. I'm pretty sure it is actually a mango tree. It's a cassava. It goes way out over there. Pretty impressive cassava, that's for sure. I know from this one here, the root comes along here and it's the side of the bed right here. Yeah, 3.5 feet, 4 feet long. Oh, that's it, guys. It's been crazy weather here lately, and that hasn't done us any favors, but as you can see, that end of the garden looks pretty good, and this end of the garden is a work in progress. But that's how our garden always is. We don't do a show garden, we do a eat what's available kind of garden, you know. We harvest out of here every day if we can. And very few days we don't get something out of here. That's for sure. But overall, it's good. I'm happy with it. Could be better for sure, but it could be a lot worse. Might not even have a garden, you know. That would be really bad. Alright guys, well that's it. A tour of what's going on right now. It is the growing season here. So if you can't grow this time of year, you'll never be able to grow. And here comes the wind again. Boy, it's been a windy couple of weeks. Alright guys, as always, thanks for watching.